How does selling a home really work? It sounds very, very complicated when you're going to sell a home, but it's actually kind of easy as well. There is a lot of work, and I would say a lot of very skilled work when you're selling a property. So there's different types of agents that are out there. Remember that in most cities, there'll be tens of thousands, if not 100,000 agents in that city, like the city that I live in. Over 90% of the agents are less than 3 years in the business. I would suggest if you're selling a property, go to somebody who specializes in selling properties and try to look for people who are doing it all the time. Let me tell you the difference. So you have to fill out a lot of paperwork in order to sell your property. The size of every room, what type of flooring, what type of sink, what type of washing machine, like when was the roof changed, when were the windows done, a lot of information. The majority of realtors take this information, they go type it all in, they enter it all into the computer, and then once they enter it all into the computer, that's it. Their job is done. They wait for the phone to ring. That is kind of like a passive selling agent. Let me describe what a real selling agent should do, in my opinion. You should be asking how many buyers are they actually working with right now. In addition, there's skills that are required to sell a property. You have to have good, either yourself, or you can hire people to come in and take really good pictures, not cell phone pictures, professional grade pictures. You need to have a stager to be able to come into your home and maybe even have a mover to help remove furniture to go put in storage. Stage your property, make it look amazing, make the pictures look amazing, make a full video on your property, having a Matterport 3D walkthrough of your property available. Then you're going to have to start doing the online stuff. Get a website put up, then start building a funnel. Whereas people come and look at the properties, more stuff, information about the home is going to be sent to them. We're also going to have their phone numbers so we can call the people that are coming to look at the home. You're also going to want to put up Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all kinds of ads everywhere to drive more traffic to your property. So it's more of a skilled based selling agent rather than someone who's just going to list it. So if you are planning to sell your property, ask them, how do you plan on marketing my property? Because if they just plan to put it on the market, that's not enough. Some people are going to have to do door knocking on the street, talking to their neighbors, putting door hangers up all over the neighborhood. Like, how far will you go to sell my house is what they want to know. And so I think that is the biggest part. So choosing your selling agent is probably the most important decision that you're going to do. But if you choose the right one, they already have a stager, a cleaner, a photographer, a videographer, a website builder. They already have ad specialists. They'll already have movers. They already have lawyers. They already have insurance companies. They already have that. And so you need somebody with all of those contacts to make it go really, really, really easy for you. So to make it sound easy, choosing the realtor, hard part. But once you sign for him, it's it. He now has to go take his own money, which he's already made, and go and spend it buying ads. He's got to build websites. He's got to pay for it, pay for the employees, pay for the photographer, pay for videos, pay for everything. He's paying for it. You're not paying for it. And he only gets paid if he sells the property. So make sure that when you talk to your selling agent, number one, the plan is good. And number two, that the price is good. Because imagine if the home is only worth $1 million and you tell somebody, I want 1.2 million. Here is the danger. A brand new agent will say, yes, I'll try to get it for 1.2, because he's only going to put it online at 1.2, and that's the end of his work. So he hasn't put in a lot of time or money into the project, and he's just going to let it sit there for 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. I cannot tell you how many times I've contacted people and they're like, I'm under contract. I hate this agent. I don't know what to do. So be careful about that. Whereas an agent who's willing to do all of the work, he's willing to do websites and advertisement and staging and everything else. If you were asking 1.2 and the home is only worth 1, there's no way he'll take the deal. He will not do it. He would never go and invest $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 of his own money into an opportunity where he sees 0% chance that you will sell it at that price. That is a very, very important point. Rewind that. Watch that again. The newer agents are willing to promise you any price in order to get the listing. So be careful with that. Finding the right guy, hard part. You sign the deal. He now goes and does all the work. You get all of his contacts. And if you get a phone call and the guy has negotiated a really good deal for you and given you the deal, all you do is sign the deal. Now it's over. Obviously, after going through all the fine print with him. You take that deal, you send it over to the title company or the lawyer. In my case, I'm in Canada. You send it over to the lawyer. You just contact the lawyer. The lawyer will now contact your bank who's approved your mortgage, and the lawyer will do all the work. The lawyer will have the other lawyer on the other side, or the two title companies. The two title companies act as intermediaries. So once that contract is signed between you and the seller, your job is over. And the realtor now, it kind of drops back out of the picture. Now it's up to the two lawyers, and the two lawyers will be dealing with the banks. They will arrange everything on the last day of sale. So how it kind of works is, imagine on the final day, the day that is everything is moving. Remember, there is a big list or a ledger, we can call it a registry, different areas have different names, where it has every address in the city and who owns what. It also has on there who owes what. Like it'll say your address, your name, your bank, and how much you owe your bank, right? So on the final day, what happens is the buyer lawyer will talk to the buyer bank and receive money from that bank to the buyer lawyer. The buyer lawyer now has it and has to send it to the selling lawyer, and the selling lawyer will send it to the seller bank. So that money kind of has to come in from the buyer bank to buyer lawyer to seller lawyer to seller bank. Has to do 4 moves in one day. You guys know banking, it normally doesn't travel that fast. So they got to do a lot of transactions. At the same time, that registry I told you that has every address and how much you owe on it and whose name is on it, all has to be corrected. They're going to have to remove the seller's name, put on the buyer's name, and put the new amount owing to what bank on it. And they have to do that all in one day. There's a lot of stuff happening on that day, but it's not really your problem. Once you've chosen your lawyer, and hopefully your agent has a good one, they take care of all of that. What I'm trying to say at the end of it is, if you have the right people, the process of selling your home is not hard. It could be very, very easy. Unfortunately, I've done this so long, I've seen so many terrible stories that have happened, but I can tell you that if you do the work ahead of time, it pays off in spades. Having a good title company or good lawyer, a good realtor, a good mortgage broker. Once you find all that, come on, it's easy. And hopefully you're going to have your movers already done, have your mail transferred, and call your electricity and water bills and change your name. It can be easy, but it only can be easy if you have the people who do it all the time. That's my best advice. It can be hard if you don't have the right people. Anyway, I wish you the very, very best. I hope this helps a little bit. If you have any questions, you can put them below and I'll get to all of them. I wish you the very, very best. So you guys, my name is David Ruff and I operate in the beautiful city of Toronto, Canada. I'm a real estate broker. We have an entire team here, full service for anything that you need in selling your properties. This is what we specialize in. This is what we are experts at. If you need us for anything, you can always reach out to us, send us a message. We'll get back to you. If you're not in the greater Toronto area, I'm always here to help you as well. If you have any questions, send it below. I answer all of them. And thank you very much for coming by.